I guess I need to start with, like, actually figuring out the character. I think that's my problem with the character design right now, is I'm just kind of like, draw a good character, and that's not enough. Like, what do I know about this character? We know that they're kind of a druid-ish. They're relatively young, probably like 2 to 26, like in that range. Maybe 28, but like that's the range we're looking at. I guess I'll make this 28. Young person. We know that they're only as active as, I mean, they're not only, I mean, they could be more active, but like, I'm not restricted by making them a very active person if I don't want to. Other than what is involved in, you know, this. What the heck just happened here? I zoomed in slightly. Weird. Or zoomed out, I should say. Anyway, I believe in my previous notes to myself, I have said that they have either a mother or a grandmother who gave them the staff, so it's certainly, you know, they have living family, which is important. I don't know if that's important to their design, but it's true. I'm pretty sure they have a living mother, and their grandmother actually is the spirit that's in the local lake. Like, somehow became it. That's like a thing I guess you can do. I'd be kind of interested in doing that thing you see in design where, like, the clothes and maybe the hair displays a motif that's like maybe like a fishing motif or like a fish motif. That could be kind of interesting. I think it could also seem like very like, oh, this character has decided to look like a fish. That's kind of weird. But I don't know. It's whatever. Could be. Or not. He's kind of sleepy. They're looking kind of sleepy. Kind of like that energy. Like, hey. Hey, how you doing? I don't know why I can't get this eye right. You're drawing the other eye. I am drawing the other eye. You're right. And I don't know exactly what angle they should be looking at. Again, this is mostly concept, so I don't have to be, like, you know, restricted to it making, you know, looking good in the context of the actual, like, game. But I might as well think about it in those senses. You know what I mean? I'm kind of into this, like, sleepy look. I don't know why they would be. They actually are a decent swimmer. We know this. Maybe they're not, actually. Maybe they're magically assisted. So they don't have to be, I guess. It's kind of interesting. Not sure what this loop here is, but I like it. I'm quite liking this face. Now, I don't know if this is like anything. I'm like, well, But is this the protagonist? I don't know. Like, the game is not full of NPCs even a little bit yet. So, you know, I guess this could be anyone. I probably should have lots of NPCs. NPC design's hard. I mean, it's a video game. It's not, you know, unreasonable for it to be lots of, like, the same person. Yeah, I don't know how much you're going to see. I don't want to see lots of the same person. It is not only because I just don't like that much, but because this is a game about traveling to different places. Things should be different in those different places. And also, there also necessarily might not be that many, like, people from place to place. The game is going to be kind of post-apocalyptic. Not like, look at this ancient technology because we got bombed back to the Stone Age, but, you know, what came before was still just, like, castles and stuff. But there is no, like, king of the land, you know, where apocalypse happened and that stopped being a thing, luckily. I'm sure there's still, like, despots, you know, but... Shoulders always look way too big. But honestly, heads are just really tiny. But they still look way too big. I think it's because you're not drawing shoulders right. What? Yeah. It's not a straight line. It's like down and then back up. Like, you know, most things in the body. It's more complicated. Subtly. Don't want to over exaggerate these parts. But yeah, it's gotta be there. Probably won't look as weird. Yeah, I guess. Another question, of course, is how, like, complicated are they? Because this is not a game where I'm going to make a model and then just keep reusing it. That's not a great way of saying that. A complicated model is going to be hard to do anyway. But I'm going to have to redraw this character, presumably. So... Do you want their hair styled anyway? I don't think so. I like this little swoopy I did. But I think otherwise... Nah. If an ear is here, then this hair... Something like that. I don't really plan on there being, like, animations, so it doesn't need to be that simple, but... You know. Sorry, I just got really quiet there. I was focusing on this hair. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this. But I'm liking where I'm going, regardless if this is the character we're doing. This is character design. I can use the character for whatever I want. Therefore, it's a success. Is what I've decided. So, 2 questions. Yeah, 2. Yeah. Ears. If the ears are going through, I think they're going to part the hair. Yeah, I think that's fun. So, I'm going to make a new layer, actually. How do we feel about this ear here? I don't know. Bigger the ear, the more I have to, like, show the junk happening in the ear. I don't know how ears work. That's pretty cute, actually. Now, if the hair's just kind of going around the side of the face, right? It's not actually getting caught on the ear or anything. I mean, some of it is, obviously, but... that's fine. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Yeah, alright. Move this. Oh, and back to the ear layer. Nah, it's not working. Let's make it a bit more rounded instead. Yeah, I like that. So that's one ear. Let's do it again. You did that fast. I did do that fast. Largely, I think we're going to actually find that this goes a bit more in. How did I do that before? A bit more in. So this is actually going to not be the same. They have a pretty good lean to them, as usual. I think that's fine. I don't mind it so much. Wait, how does this hair work? I feel like you should know that. So it combines with the side of the head. It doesn't combine with the side of the head. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Visually, it sort of merges. Okay, fine. I'll allow it. And then all this happens, which is kind of tangenty, honestly. Let's remove this. Okay. Okay. But hair is parting between those. So, as we see over here, there we go. It's the same layer. Good. I'm smart. Good enough. This hair probably is just gonna fall like straight downish. Okay. Yeah. But then also on the other side, but I don't know if I think we just won't see it actually. I'm just gonna change that, I think. Seems right to me. Correct about how that works? I don't know. I have a few swoopies here. I'm not worried about it so much. Like there's like a space here, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever. Remove this for me. Thank you. Dang it. Thank you. Alright. Does this look like Zelda to anyone else? Because it feels like it's way too Zelda adjacent, which is weird because it's not very. Don't know why that's where my brain was like, you drew Zelda. I was like, I don't think I did. You totally drew Zelda. I'm like, dang it, did I? And it's like, yep, you totally did. I don't know if it's lying to me or not. You know what? Let's just let's stylize this a bit more, because that's a really cool. I like it, and I think it's gonna actually really help, like, make the design feel distinctive. But it was just a bit much. I think, like, it was too swoopy, too something. Let's add this here. Okay. All right, cool. I'm into this so far. Oh, let's add that little swoop to the ear over there. Actually, can we just merge these? Boop boop. Okay. Okay, and then whoop. Bet like that, I'd say. Cool. Why does that look wrong? I don't know. We're just gonna leave it blank. Actually, maybe that's just the correct thing to do here. I say, and then I go back to tweaking it. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that and not worry about it. Okay. So now what? We need some clothes. This neck's also too thick, I think. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Too thick for what I'm thinking. It's not. Yeah, not too thick for people. Okay, cool. Shoulder still goes like way out here. I'm gonna round this off a bit. I think that'll probably look better. But yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on over here. So new layer. Let's try some stuff. I think it's gonna be relatively practical, but also probably like handmade. I always, whenever I'm doing anything fantasy, I start going, well, do they have, like, looms? Do they have stuff? Is everything hand-stitched? What is that like? And at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't actually care, and I should just make something that looks nice. Some people do really care, and that's great. And I don't. I'm not one of them, so I'm not gonna worry about it. At least not right now. Maybe I will later. But it's something I always, like, agonize over. I just have to convince myself to not worry about it so much. So, were you gonna do something regarding, like, a fish motif? Oh, I was thinking about it, yeah. I don't remember if I had any specifics in mind. I don't want to expose the arms, but I really want to expose the arms. You know what you should do? Cut the difference? Cut the difference? Split the difference. Whatever. Expose the shoulders. Okay. Yeah, alright, let's expose the shoulders. I like that. So I think to expose the shoulders, I want like maybe like a choker here to which something like connects. That looks bad. Let's fix that first. Actually, no, what if I just did... Did you just, like, start talking and then just immediately stop talking? What? I think you said, I know, I will just, and then didn't finish. Yeah, I'm gonna just do the thing I'm doing right now. You should explain it. I don't wanna. Fine. Be that way. What I meant is, instead of a choker, which is what I was in the middle of drawing, I would just have the shirt go all the way up to where I had drawn the neckline there. Cool. Now we also, again, shoulders are exposed, but I don't want the arms to be exposed. So I think they still need to be connected in some way. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Also, this arm is really thick. I'm going to make this arm less thick, I think. I just forget about the way that this is programmed. I have no idea how this shirt's gonna work. I hate these shoulders. They don't work. Something weird about them. Don't like them. I'm gonna remove this weird, whatever this was. It was like, yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah. If we look at the other shoulder, as compare point. This shoulder should probably do something similar. Then it goes kind of down and then out. That looks better, I think. Yeah, the neck still kind of does this thing, I think. But, yeah. Imagine if someone listened to this as like a podcast. And it's just like long stretches of me not doing anything. I'm focused. You know, I think about that a lot when it comes to like Drawfee, which is a drawing show I quite like. You've probably heard of it, but I don't know. Internet fame is weird. Where they have multiple hosts, right? Like they basically never do anything solo, and that means they can always have something going on when they're focused on the draw, which I think is really cool and smart and good. Cool. So I'm into it. This just looks like gloves at this point. Also, why do I still have all this stuff here? Get rid of that. So, you know, interesting. You need a nose. That's what you need. Boop. Done. Simple. Basically never give anybody nostrils because I think it's really hard to draw them stylistically in a way that doesn't look super weird. So, there you have it, if you're wondering. What was up with that? That's what's up with that. Anyway, cool, I like this so far. It's good. I think I might just extend this neckline up, though. Because I think it looks really good when it's, like, just right underneath the chin. So I feel like I need to bring this neck in some more, which is wild. I brought it in so much, but... necks are thick, is the thing. Like, necks are way thicker than you think they are. So I'm trying to avoid bringing in too much, but I don't know. Shouldn't this actually connect to this side here? Yeah, it should. It definitely should. I don't know why it wasn't before. Okay. So, how does this connect? I think largely the answer is that it kind of doesn't. I think what you want is you want one of those things that sort of does this across the front, and that way this can like be stitched in, right? Is how you would do that. So, I'm gonna do that. Which is weird. I feel like I use this actually a lot in my character design. I just really like it. It's a fun little thing. And I actually don't know if I've ever seen it in real life and don't know if I even know how they work. So, I mean, maybe I know how they work. I have like ideas of how they work, but I don't like know, you know? Okay, I changed my mind apparently, and I made it into like a weird sort of shawl thing. Maybe it's got like a maybe it's got like a hood. Nope, that looks weird. Something like that. Yeah, no, I'm into that. So it goes over the shoulders like this, or the sides of the arms, really. Presumably there is a hood. I don't think you're gonna see it from the front angle like this. I could draw it with it up sometime if I really wanted to. Yeah. Cool. Let's extend this down. Is it one piece? I was thinking it would go into like a skirt, so it could be like a full-on dress. I probably won't be. It could be. I'll put like a corset in here. Some stays. Oh, that could look nice. It's kind of a weird design choice, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think just let me actually much of the time as I spent on this, I'm gonna actually just remove these here. Should really duplicate that first in case I hate what I end up doing and wanting it back, but oh well, when have I ever done things the smart way? How do you feel about that? It looks weird, right? It looks very weird, yeah. It should be a bit the same, but it'll hit its termination point sooner, and we'll get to see sort of how it goes around the arm, I think is the idea. According to this, looks like that. I hate that. That looks even worse for some reason. Yeah. Okay, that looks like it might work. I'm not getting like tired, like sleepy, but I am getting like feeling quite spent as far as like creative energies go. Not even creative energy, just like labor, you know? Like right now I'm not doing a lot of creative work. I'm just kind of doing the things I thought about earlier, but it's still just the application of them. It's not, you know, physically exhausting, but it's mentally exhausting, even though it is like not really creative work. It's not creatively exhausting. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. Why not? Thank you. All right. We would like to now... I'm going to just completely remove this, I think. If I made them a little bit thicker. Let's not worry about the actual clothes right now. Let's worry about the body under the clothes. So we got our shoulders. Great. That neck still looks wrong for some reason. That doesn't look right. Yeah, no, I think I like this body shape. It's like, what, pear, I guess? Meh, don't like it. Back to where it was. We'll have to figure the eyes later. Again, it's concept. Don't worry too much about it being exactly perfect. I guess. So, do you want a big old belt? Let's get a big old belt. Belts are great for breaking up visual real estate. Even if they're unnecessary. They do a good job at breaking up a design. Which I think this could use. Even if the character doesn't really need a belt. And it's gotta be a big, chunky belt. Maybe it'll actually be kind of like a tool belt. Maybe it's got like stuff on it. I don't know. I'd be okay with that. Sounds fun. One of my favorite designs I've seen, not necessarily like the best character design, but like just the ability to fit really sort of like do interesting stuff with the space, is Sophie from Atelier Sophie. Or Atelier, whatever, I don't remember. In that you look at her and she just like has tons of stuff strapped to her, you know? She's got like a kettle on her hip. She's got a big old bag. She's got like, it's this really good use of the space. It's a really good like design that answers like, if you're an adventurer and you're carrying stuff with you all the time, where is it? Which I think is really fun. And it's a good, and it just makes for like a really interesting design that you could have made a lot simpler by just like hand waving all that stuff. Not that it actually reflects the stuff that she's carrying, but it makes her look like she's always carrying lots of stuff, which is appropriate because she is always carrying lots of stuff because she's a video game character. It's great. Belt buckles. Recently saw a decent Twitter post. It was like, what was it? Being an artist is so humbling. Sometimes you feel like a god, and at others, you're Googling what a belt buckle looks like. So you can't remember. Which is pretty fun. I'm gonna just ignore it, and I'm gonna stick stuff on top. One of them hubcap belts that don't make any sense. Does the character actually have, like, a thing over top of their belt? I don't know. Why not? Sure. And then I want them to have like a dress. So we're gonna just skirt this out and not worry too much about it. For the time being. This belt actually holds this in quite a bit, to the point where what I was hoping would be kind of an interesting sort of pear shape has not done such a thing. Well, it's because you gave her too much boob. What? She's not a pear. She's got that much boob. She's an hourglass. Oh, I guess. Does that make sense? Not really, unless like, I guess that's the real question: is you're gonna have to map out these boobs, right? Right. One's over here, and the other one's, I guess, here. But like because of the angle, we're seeing more of the side of this and more of the front of this. So it probably is something more like that, and then this will come up like this. Does that make sense? How did I do that? Maybe you don't do it the same. Maybe the angle actually stretches the fabric differently. Okay. So like this? That looks wrong. That does look wrong. I think this needs to come down further is the thing. Yeah, alright. Something like that, something like that. I do really like, so this goes in and back out, which is cool, and this does not. Oh, that is part of that, okay. She looks so much like Zelda to me, and I don't know why. It's really weirding me out. I think that this ear is smaller than this ear. This could just be kind of cut and put in more. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to draw arms right now. I don't feel like it. I don't think there's anything interesting design-wise to do with them. So I'm just gonna slap them back here and not worry about it. Is that a cop-out? Yes. Does it still look good? Yeah, I think so. Cool. I'm going to try this ear, though. I do think that there's something to be done about this. Maybe it's going to look wrong. I can undo. It's fine. First of all, does that look good? I think it does look better. Okay, cool. Great. I like that. I think that looks good. I do think that you could pull this in a bit, honestly. Are you really back here again, fixing all the stuff on this layer? I mean, I don't know if I'd say fixing it, but I certainly am changing it. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't know why I always do that. Instead of just moving it down. But I do. Really? This is where I am again? Yeah. I have to stop. I have to stop working at this. I say, then immediately go back in for more. You have to be done, B. Darcy. Dang it. Wow, that was weird. I have to be done. I have to be done. Alright. I just want to drop some quick colors in to really make this read. Because what color, like what is where is not actually obvious. We're just going to use the simple canvas reference and color drop some stuff in. Probably a lot of greens. This is like sort of a druidically focused thing, even though it's watery. Let's also throw in some blues, maybe. That might be nice. And some browns. Make this a... I guess the belt is green. If the shirt's brown, then the belt can't be brown. I say swap these, actually. What's that? I want you to basically swap these with each other. Keep these. Brown goes on the belt. Blue goes on the dress skirt thing. Quite like that. We are going to go with sort of a bronze, I think. Let's go for like just like a gray on these sort of metal bits here. Great. This, of course, is still also up here. It's part of that whole thing. The eyes are obviously wrong. Again, I've mentioned this many times. It's not right, and I'm not going to... Do I fix it right now? I'm fixing it right now. I am basically done for today. My schedule is to end at 7:30, which it now is. So, that's the plan. Probably moved it too much. It's probably really subtle what I need to do. Oh well. Now, the original design, if we want to pull that back up again, had some greens. I thought it had more purple. It doesn't. It just has the hair, which I think I'm going to stick with. And, of course, they are sort of dark-skinned. I don't really know how to draw skin tone, especially in a single blap. You know what I mean? Like, skin is so complicated. A single blap will not do. But that's what we're having to do today. Let's take a look at this. Brightness, darkness, hue. A bit more saturation. That's red, and that's orange. That's not bad. I always think I go a little bit too yellow when I do this kind of thing. Of course, we want to make sure that it is distinctive from the brown in their costume, so I think maybe I'm going to actually change these browns a bit. I don't know how do with brown. Make the brown a little bit more red, I think. Yeah? Yeah, just like... There you go. Cool. I will say that this blue, this like gray here, I don't really like. It should be just actually gray, I think. Currently, it's a bit too blue, which I don't think really reads as intended. This might be more detailed. Literally, it's just a placeholder for whatever we end up doing. Go back to that. Zap, zoop. That little blop there. And then hair, which we will be using sort of like a pinkish purple, I think. Make these a little bit darker, just for contrast there. And eyes are just going to be white. Yep. Perfectly white eyes are always going to look like cartoons because that's not how people look, but that's okay. It's kind of a cartoon. Design. And, yeah, I mean, that's what we did today. I'm very happy with her. Is she an appropriate protagonist? Probably not. She might be the mom, though. Like, she might be the mother. That could be cool. I don't know. But I'm happy with what we did. Time well spent. Have a lovely evening.